Hi everyone, I'm Kelsie and welcome back to my channel, Connecting with Spirit. So in today's video, I am going to talk about food intolerances on the Ascension journey. But before I get into that, I'm going to give you a little bit of a summary of my Ascension journey because I haven't done one of these videos in a very long time. So my ascension journey started when I turned 30 years of age, and I had a spiritual experience, an experience with my spirit guides where they took me energetically into the fifth dimension. And at the time I thought I didn't know, basically I didn't know a lot about the ascension journey. I knew nothing about it, and I thought that was it, that I was done. But I was very, very sadly mistaken at the time, because what I thought was the be all and end all was actually just the first step. It was actually just the beginning. And I guess the rest of the ascension journey was made up of bringing my physical body in to the fifth dimension. So transitioning my physical body from 3D to 5D, which is where the journey really took its toll. So the journey of bringing your physical body into the fifth dimension is quite a roller coaster of a ride. A lot of things happen. Basically, lower density energy that's trapped in your physical body, that's in your DNA, comes up to the surface to be cleared. Basically, anything that's not in alignment with love, the fifth dimensional Christ consciousness energy, needs to come up to be cleared and healed so your body can transition into the fifth dimension. So it can include stuff such as trauma and inner childhood healing. It can also include like past life stuff, parallel life stuff, alternative timelines, and as well as ancestral patterns and things like that. So a whole host of things can come up into your conscious awareness to be cleared and healed. And what I have learned as well is that the journey is very much about karma, clearing karma and breaking karmic cycles as well. And it also can include multidimensionality, physical body ascension symptoms, detox symptoms such as an ascension flu, and the Mandela effect, just to name a few things that you might come across as you go through your ascension journey. So I have touched on all of these topics in more detail, and in my other videos in this kind of playlist of my ascension journey, and I'm going to link them down in the description box if you'd like to check them out. So yeah, that's pretty much the journey so far, is that the biggest part of the work is transitioning your physical body into the fifth dimension, and it can be quite the roller coaster of a ride, and that is putting it mildly. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about food intolerances on this journey. And how when your body finally transitions into the fifth dimension that you can experience food intolerances, because your physical body is of a higher vibration. It is now in the fifth dimension, and as a result, some foods, your body will become intolerant to certain foods because they are not of a high vibration or equivalent vibration to the fifth dimension. So this happened to me quite recently, actually. It was around the 11/11 portal. It was a really, really powerful portal for me this year, actually, 2024. I had really bad detox symptoms. So I had an ascension flu, which just consists of like aches and pains, and then I had a really bad headache and sinus issues. So I was coughing, sore throat, all the rest of it, as my physical body detoxed, because there was really intense solar flares at the time. So I knew I was taking in a lot of higher vibrational energy, and as a result, these physical detox symptoms can come up as your body clears out old stuff. And at this time, I was connecting into my body to ask my body how I could support it during this detox, if there was anything that I needed to do to help it. and my body said to me, check your intolerance to certain foods. So I was like, oh, okay. So the way I did this was by using the pendulum. So I just use the pendulum and I just check and see, am I intolerant to this food or that food or the rest of it. And it was really interesting, and came as such a surprise to me, because when I checked in with my body, I discovered that I was now intolerant to dairy foods. So previously I would have had, natural yogurt and whatnot. I didn't really have milk all that much, but I would have my natural yogurt to start off the day for gut health and prebiotics, all that sort of stuff. And I absolutely love cheese as well, and of course chocolate. So when I discovered that my body was intolerant to dairy, it was a huge surprise, I have to say. I had heard some things about, the body being intolerant or having to change your diet due to ascension and whatnot, but I hadn't really thought about it in hugely until it happened to me. So my spirit guides had told me that it would probably be best for me to become vegetarian at some stage, and I had made that choice myself. I had chosen to become vegetarian for a whole host of different reasons, but I had made that choice and I was just kind of waiting to see when that would happen. And I'm currently in India, and I was in India at the time, and I did puja. And after the puja, the priest recommended no meat for 45 days. And I thought, okay, this is the opportunity for me to become vegetarian, to transition into being a vegetarian. So I did that, and that was fine. And it was during these 45 days that the 1111 portal hit, and I went through this huge intense detox symptoms, checking in my body, finding out that I was intolerant because my body had physically transitioned energetically as well into the fifth dimension. It was now vibrating fifth dimensional energies, and I experienced food intolerances. That was a huge surprise to me, and sometimes I like to test these things because I don't like to be restricted when it comes to food. So when I got this information from my body, I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that the last time that I would eat chocolate was going to be my last time. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to have 1 or 2 pieces of chocolate. Surely that will be okay. So I did. And it did not go well. Is all I'm going to say on that. Yeah, it just did not go well for me, and I have quite bad symptoms if I do eat dairy. So it's been quite difficult to mentally accept that I cannot have dairy, that I am intolerant to dairy now. Because my physical body is already there and it just rejects it completely. So I did just want to make this video to let you know, in case you are experiencing something similar, so that you don't feel so alone, that there are other people out there who are experiencing this, that when you transition into the fifth dimension, i.e. your physical body finally makes the transition into the fifth dimension, that you can experience some food intolerances, such as you can't have meat anymore, and you mightn't be able to have dairy. For me as well, I am intolerant to wheat, but I have always been like that anyway. Generally, this isn't like an ascension type thing. So I don't know if this is common across the board, or if certain people would experience different food intolerances. To me, when their physical body transitions into the fifth dimension, I'm not sure, but this is my experience, that when my physical body transitioned into the fifth dimension, I became intolerant to dairy and also meat. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, because it can be quite challenging, especially when you are not expecting it like I was. I knew about the meat. I had consciously chosen to not eat meat, but the dairy definitely came as a surprise to me. So it has been quite challenging and a huge adjustment, I have to say. But like I was saying, I am in India, which I think is the best place for me to cope with the new dietary changes, because it's really easy to be vegetarian and vegan in India. So I am really grateful that I am here right now, and I don't think it is a coincidence or by chance at all. Definitely not. But I think this is the universe's way of supporting me in order to make this transition and change my diet um, as my body has changed. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I would love to hear from you if something like this has happened to you. If you've experienced similar dietary changes or different ones, would be really interested to hear about that. Do let me know by leaving me a comment in the by leaving me a comment below. I can't even get my words out now, which is by no surprise because I'm recording this just at the start of Mercury retrograde and always affects my communication skills. So yeah, now I'm just rambling. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And thank you so much for being here, for tuning in. Until next time, take care.